You get a new badge in 6 months. I don't know. I was like, this guy's been here forever. Hey, what up, FM from Connecticut? We're out here. Ashley's in the house. What's good, guys? We're just doing driving today. We will be driving you to the airport, though. I'm just going to show you where we were. Enfield Inn. Take a quick look at it. Stayed here for like 70 or 80 bucks, depends on the night. Got a liquor store right next door. So you know I got myself a 6-pack. And then we're off to, actually we're off to TF Green. TF Green. Should be pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know why I'm driving you around like this, just kind of letting this fill up. They got a nice little garden here. Let's take a look at the garden before we leave. There's a nice little walkway. Ew. Okay, guys, I think we're ready to hit the road. Time to move. Just gotta get moving, guys. It's like a 2-hour drive there. I think I filled up last night. Yeah, we got a full tank of gas, so where did I oh, I filled up right outside of here. Even in my tired state, I gotta remember to charge things and fill up. Speaking of charging, we are like fully charged on our main battery, but I'm low on some of my other batteries, specifically the, sorry guys, specifically like my portable batteries. Oh, like I'm super happy I got a hotel because I was somewhere I could lay my head, but I didn't sleep at the hotel. I mean, I slept for like, whenever I got done with the pool hall, I slept there. And then, I mean, I slept after that, but only till like, I think like 4:30 or 5:30. I don't remember. It was just wake up, go stream. We did get a cool stream this morning. It was in the fog. So there'll be some clips of that coming out soon enough. And we got one UPS. I think it was a 767 UPS departing in the fog. It was pretty cool. All right, 90, dude, this is crazy. We're less than 100 miles out from my next destination from here. It's so rare to see the next destination be under triple digits. However, I've never seen them over quadruple digits, but maybe if we did kilometers, it might. We're just gonna drive slow, ease into the morning because there's a lot of traffic around here and everyone's moving quick. You'll see on the left side of your screen. And I ain't trying to drive fast today. We are trying to keep up with the flow of traffic though. Pretty nice day out. It is already 86 degrees out here. That's surprising. Maybe it's cooler on the coast. I don't know if we're taking coast in there, but we will be on the coast at some point today. Did you guys know that Rhode Island has 400 miles of beach, I think, or ocean front? I don't know what they would call it, but 400 miles of it they have. I think they're called the Ocean State. I don't know if anyone out there wants to just like pick up trivia, but you can give us trivia on where we are, which is Connecticut. I gotta come back here. There's a lot of stuff here that's worth checking out. And they even said the hiking is some of the best in the world. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Connecticut the AT goes through Connecticut, but I could be wrong. I should have been tracking the AT. There'll be more stuff to do when I'm out here. This would be a cool place to take my son, I think. I still didn't get a lot of time to explore it, but I'm sure it would be. The town over in New Haven seemed really nice. There was parks and just like cool, you know, those red brick buildings again. Kind of that we've been seeing a lot of in the northeast, I think I want to say. I don't know. It's been a long journey, you guys, and we're still not just over halfway done. But we're getting into state number 32 on this stream. We will be in state number 32 while we're on this stream. So stay tuned for that. And then once I end this stream, you're gonna see where we're at, but I can just tell you, we're gonna end this stream once we get to the airport. I'll take you out, give you a quick view of the airport, and then I'll already have my next stream set up and ready to go. Although I do like to keep a buffer of like 10 or 15 minutes in between streams, but we're just not going to do that. We're just going to go hardcore as always and go straight into the next stream, but from our camera. So I don't have the camera set up yet. It'll take me a while once I get there. So I'll be able to post you guys up at the airport for a few minutes. Who knows? Maybe this stream will take off once we get there. I mean, after all, that's what this channel is all about, kinda. I think it's more about, hey, what's up? It's me, Matt. But I know that I do certain things that are like, airports are big. I don't know how I got involved in airports, you guys. It's so weird, but now I've just been flying all over. But it's here, and it's real, and I respect it and appreciate it for what it is. Yeah, this East Coast is like it's an interesting place. It's just like such a different world from the West in the best way too. It's just all different, and it's not just the East Coast. There's like the Northeast Coast and the Southeast Coast and the East Coast, and man, I'm learning so much while I'm out here. But again, I'm still just trying to get home, but not without showcasing a few things along the way, that being airports, of course, you know this, but also if you're new, we go to pool halls, and I try to show, like today, I think we're gonna go see some ships, some boats. I guess Rhode Island is very known for sailing, so not talk too much and just kind of around movement, you know, life in real time. Should be fun. But for now, still, we got that coming up here. It's nice though. Like, I got the AC on a little bit, 86 degrees out. We probably could just roll the windows down and be fine, but audio. And yeah, the view's pretty nice here. A lot of green. Oh, I should have pinned a comment beforehand, like CT arrow RI. That still wouldn't make any sense though. No one would read it anyway. Time is it? 11 o'clock. So it's 8 o'clock for the West Coast. What's up, West Coast? And what's up, Central Time? And what's up, gosh, what's the Mountain Time? Mountain Time, yep. We're out here. Charging everything up, just chilling. We'll be making a move off of this highway in about, I think we'll be moving in about 7 miles or less. It's already late in the day. This is the latest I have gotten started in a long time. But you know, when you got the hotel, I think you gotta keep it until it's max. I was there at 10:55 and they were knocking on the door. I was like, oh, give me my last 5 minutes. And then I left, and I forgot that I left a little sody pop in the fridge, so I went back up and got it. Yeah, me having to like fly through states is a necessity. I enjoy it, kind of. I do wish at times that I had more time for specific areas, but you just get the feel for a place in a few moments, you know. Like today, I hope to get, if I could, I could get out of Rhode Island, honestly, probably by like 5 or 6 p.m. And on a good day, when I start early, I could get out of it. We did 3 states in one day at one point. Where was it? We were in Louisiana. We left Louisiana in the morning after our airport stream, drove up to Jackson, Mississippi, did our whatever we had to do there, and then drove to Little Rock, Arkansas, I think it was. That was our 3 states in one day. And we actually completed that day too, that day. And I drove out of Little Rock, started driving towards St. Louis, I think. There was something in between there, but I was driving in that direction that day, and then I remember going to the Ozarks, or driving through the Ozarks, and I was like, I gotta take my kid here. We got traffic up ahead, it looks like. I was stuck in I think it was New York traffic. I was stuck in some New York traffic for like, I'm talking, we were trying to get 2.3 miles, and it took me almost an hour. It was freaking nuts. Anytime traffic hits, it's like, okay, extra focus, try to see where the flow is and maintain that. Try not to come to a complete stop. If you come to a complete stop, you're in real traffic at that point. I always put on my right blinker just to, I think it like psychs people out. They don't want to. Their thing. Sorry, I gotta do the extra focus here. Traffic, no joke. I think we turn in like 3 miles. I'm not super sure about it. Oh, we got something going on here. Far left lane, I think, would be the best idea. There was something, they're like doing construction using trucks that have arrows on them. So just get away from, I want to get away from anything that's on the side of the road, personally. There's workers on the side, so these trucks are kind of protecting them and also transporting, it looks like. Oh, there's the city of West Haven. Is that where I'm at? Wait, no. Sorry. Hartford is where we're at. West Haven. New Haven we were in yesterday. Hopefully you can see the city of Hartford. I think that's the state capital up ahead. We're just going to be driving past the city, making a left and getting on the road in about 1.5 miles. Spaghetti, poppy seed bagel. Quentin Tarantino. Fiddlesticks. Quantum Theory. Portobello. 84 East New London. Sorry, we're hitting a little bit more of this, like, I gotta make a move and get out of the city here. And we're about to make that move and start going in another direction. 84 East, 84 East, 84 East, Hartford, East Hartford, New London. 84 East, 84 East. Exit left, we're out of here. We're out of the city, you guys. Ooh, they got some tagging up on the city walls. That looks pretty sick. Oh no, we got more. It's still busy up here. See if we can make a little play. Slingshot, engage. Okay, we gotta make another move here. Second lane, right. Go past the exit, then exit again. East 55. Okay, we're exiting again to merge east. Circle on here, just go straight. 80 miles out, dude. We're under triple digits away from our next. I think that's the first time on the trip we've been under triple digits away from our destination. What a rarity. I'm so thankful for that. What a, like, easy drive. Dude, under triple digits, I can't get past that. I don't think I saw the ATC tower at Connecticut, or maybe I did when I was up there yesterday. That's a bummer, because it's sunny there now too. I guess I could have stopped by one more time. But yeah, I didn't get to see that ATC tower. I'm in need of seeing an ATC tower. Dude, I hope Rhode Island has like a lighthouse ATC tower. Lighthouse theme? I bet they do. They should, if they don't. But ATC towers are so sick. They're also diverse. Ah, man. Like I was at the New York JFK, and they had one section that was halfway up the tower and then the top part, but the halfway up tower was, I think, was the people in my mind. I'm like, okay, these are the guys that are coordinating all the ground movements, and then the other guys that are way up are coordinating the radar, you know, on the incoming and outgoing flights. Because there was so many, it was like an orchestra. All these planes would land, and then once they got on the ground, they would have to like hold position all over, everywhere. They were everywhere, all over. It looked like they were all over the runways, but there were specific spots where they could post up in a line for a few of them. And there was big heavies coming and going constantly. And they would like let all those spots fill up, and then when the lights were all gone, they would like go, all right, everyone move. And like, they would all move all at once and get to their parked positions. And then they would bring in the next flights. And it was just one of the coolest, JFK was one of the coolest airports ever, you guys. It was unreal, and I'm excited to go back there. I'm excited. I'll release some little clips of that soon, but that'll be released on one of our long form videos for sure. Oh wait, what are we doing here? Where am I going? East on the 2. What am I? Stay on 2 east. East, okay, east. Definitely don't want to go south. Dude, I had to buy it and like try to fix what I thought were all the problems. It's so weird when something breaks on the camera or in the system somewhere. You have to do like backwards work to start finding it. And luckily we ended, I lost my, like the ability to use the camera towards the end of my streaming on the last leg when we were in New Jersey is when it broke down. And so I had time to bring it home and configure it, but I didn't even get it configured until I got all the way back to New Jersey. And then I figured it out, and then it was like, oh, it's never ending trying to fix things in the background that you guys will never see. And I hope that one day you'll know about it. Honestly, I should be streaming behind me from another stream so that you guys can watch how you stream. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll start doing that with SD Billiards more. Maybe I'll turn SD Billiards into a different channel that's like called the stream within the stream or something like that. And I'll make it just the channel for that. My pool people would be so pissed if I did that though. No, I gotta keep SD Billiards as is. I gotta grow that one back starting next year. We'll grow that. We'll grow all my channels when we go to Vegas. That's when all my channels grow, you guys. Because they're streaming, every channel is streaming all day, every day. And I have to open more channels and get more like phones or whatever you can stream from because I have so many things to film. And I have these people and their families are watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I get one of the players on my league to go to Vegas, not only do they like come in and create a community and they become my homies, but then once we go to Vegas, they're like, hey Matt, what's this channel my family wants to watch? Then you get all the subs from family too, which is sick, that would otherwise never have heard of you. They're like, wait, I can watch my grandson or my son or my cousin or whatever play, and he's made it to 18th place already. He's already won 18th place money. Oh wait, he's already made it to the quarterfinals. Oh my God, this guy's in the finals. My own brother. You know what I'm saying? So that helps everyone. It helps them. It helps me. It helps the BCA league itself. I don't know. Just pretty wild when you think about the reach you can have through this thing we call social media. I still don't know what it is. I still think we're in like a simulation, but either way, I'm going to ride the wave and try to do what we're doing here and become successful at it and branch it off into other things, because I don't plan to always stream, you guys. I plan to actually have streams that are constantly running, but that's like way in the future. And it's going to be cool because we're switching over to horizontal. Like I'll be moving away from this swiping vertical streaming, even though I love it. I'll still do it, but I'm going to start moving over to horizontal for almost all of my streams, which should be, I think, a lot of people, like people who watch this channel with their intent, like people who are, I guess you would call them the core audience, they're going to enjoy it that much more because they're going to see the quality difference. They're used to seeing it like that, like this. Most people are in this vertical path, but they're not used at all to seeing the places I go horizontally, and it just gives you a different type of perspective and view. So yeah, I think horizontally is going to be, it's going to open eyes. It'll close some doors, but it'll open different doors, you know? And I'm just enjoying while we're doing it. Trying to. Honestly, I'm trying to get through this as well. Like, It's a nice 2-hour drive here. I don't mind it. It's not the greatest, but like this is a nice drive. There's a lot of scenery and it's beautiful. It's a nice time of day. But there's been some sections where in the next section I have to drive 12 hours. I don't want to, I'm not going to stream with you guys while I'm doing that. I don't want you to have to go through what I go through. But a 12-hour drive is brutal, okay? It's like no joke right there. So maybe I'll split it up. I probably will. But we'll see about all that. I wonder how many miles till the border. If you're getting in here and you like double tap the screen and you made it to whatever number you're at, tell us what number you got to. Be like, I'm the 10th like, you know what I mean? State it out loud. I would thank you, but I'm not gonna really read chat. I have a headphone in that I can go speech to chat, but I didn't put it on right now. This is just really nice. It's like peaceful. Maybe I'll start telling you stories off my Audible. I have my headphone in my ear. You guys ever heard of Titanic Thompson? It starts right out with Titanic Thompson was a hustler from like the 40s. I think he was born in the 20s or the 10s though. And it opens up just now with like the boy was trying to rob him. And he was going to stick up the guy, but the other guy pulled the gun and had to kill it like a young kid just to protect himself. Because he would carry so much money on him. Not have to worry about that nowadays, but he would carry so much money on him and go through the country hustling. He was a gambler, and he hung out with freaking Bugsy Siegel or whoever who's like the most famous mobster from New York, whoever that is. He would bet him, the guy that died of syphilis, whoever that was, Al Capone, I think. And he would like trick him. He could trick people because he could throw walnuts over buildings, because he would have him test it, and then he was like a magician too. He would make it look like he was using the same walnut, but it was loaded with like pellets or whatever, like heavy metal, and he would huck them across streets or over buildings after he'd making a bet. You know, he'd hand the walnut to the guy and then palm it and then be like, all right, here I go, boom, and he'd make the bet. They would shake hands on it, and then he would take their cash. He would do it with golf, with poker, with pool, with everything. And if you guys didn't know, like that was a big part of like the idea of all of that. All the poker players too, like Doyle Brunson, knew him personally. He knew what was his name? Yeah, they would, anywhere he went, he was betting. It was like, I bet the hotel keeper that I could throw a card under, like over the counter and like into that door slot, the mail slot. And they're like, yeah, right. But they didn't know that he was a pro at it. He was like a pro at horseshoes, at any skill that you couldn't believe. He was like really, really good at, and just went around the country hustling, going to golf courses. He was super good at golf, pool, poker, any game, you name it, horseshoes, you name it, and he was good at it. It was just that time, the urge to gamble was very alive back then, the 30s. I mean, all through that time. It still is today. Later on, he would grab like younger golf partners. He got really into golf towards the end. And he would get younger partners who could drive the car across the country, and who could like do stuff under par. They could carry the gun for him, you know what I mean? Yeah, like when he was doing walnuts, it turned thrown over buildings. It turned into lemon thrown over building, and then it turned into pumpkins. He was always trying to like improve the hustle. He like threw a pumpkin onto a roof, and then afterwards he was like, I'll throw it over the roof onto the other side. And he won. He always won. Like, someone was on the hotel roof grabbing the little pumpkin, and then they hucked it on the other side. Like, there's always a hustle. Watermelons were tougher though. You'd pass it around to the opponent, be like, feel this watermelon. But he's like, I can throw it up to the 6th story of this building. And they all said, no, I don't want to bet. Because he'd already beat him with pumpkins and all that. So he had to give odds. And they're like, I'll give you $100 just to see how you do it. So some dude finally was like, when he was like, I'll throw the watermelon to that 6-story roof. And the guy was like, dude, I'm going to pay you $100. I don't even care. Like, yes, here's $100 to show me how you do this. And so he was standing at the bottom of the building. He had the watermelon, but what he said was, I'm going to throw it to the 6-story roof of that building while pointing up to it. So he took the elevator like to the 10th floor of another building and just dropped it out the window onto the 6th story of that building. So it was like the word it can hustle too, you know? And they had to accept the loss and back then betting like that was it was really respected. Nowadays, I mean, if I ever bet, I never did unless I had a backer. But if I were to, yeah, nowadays people will like bet you, and then if they lose, they won't pay. Whereas they'll take your money. Like if I were to lose, I will pay. But I don't really bet that much. But I don't know, just the fact that they're doing big work there. They had a whole crane holding big chunks of cement. Yeah, if I were to do it, people will just rip you off. That's the thing. They'll just throw you the finger and be like, sorry. And then, but back in the day, if it was respect, you would just be respectful and you would pay up. Or the guy had a gun on him, you know what I mean? Like everyone carried it back then. They just pull it on you. They're like, hey, we had a wager here. And like that's how it was handled. It's like, seems like that part of hustling is gone. $14 miles to our next turn. But yeah, the dude got super into golf and just started like, he like spent so much time practicing at golf and practiced like things just to win. Like he was only a chipper and a putter. He didn't care about like long distance because I guess the equipment could do it. I don't know. But he just spent all his time practicing golf and traveling the country towards like when he was much older, like, well, much older, around my age. think we're about 10 miles from a turn. Yeah, so that dude Titanic Thompson would like, he got to know high level people, and he would just see them as marks, you know, but he would make them lose their money in a cool way. But he could just like flip the script in such a unique way where they would never know about it, and he would win every time. Well, there was times he would lose, but like, I don't know, one of his first things, he was known for jumping over pool tables. But they could like switch packs of cards in the middle of games. False shuffle and then deal them out. I'm talking like this guy would buy and sell houses like it's nothing, cars all day, every day. And he wasn't even rich. Like he died with like no money in his pocket and broke, I think. But he still had like socks full of like rolled up money as well. Everywhere. It was everywhere. Wish I had that. And like businessmen would back him. They would see his hustle and like know what he was about, and they would link up with them and go golf, and they would do business on the side. But he was a gambler at heart, like pure gamble at heart. I've met some people like that. I'm like that, but not a gambler at heart. Like more like a hustler. If that's I think that's a difference there. Like the tricky part of it all, the magic of it. That's what I like. He did 5 tries to try to hit 50 yards into a little tiny boat, and he missed it. And he bet the next day 10 times as much in 3 tries. And then he filled the bottom of it with sand, because the first day on those 5 ones, it kept on bouncing out. And so they're like, there's no way it's going in. And then so he only gave himself 3 tries, filled it with sand, and they just stuck in there. And he was like, you know, it seems like someone can't do it, but if you have a skill like that, it's like, it's easier than you would think if you put the time into it. He just put his time into a lot of dumb stuff, really. That's all it is. He's like, well, let me get good at this random stupid skill and somehow try to trick people into giving me money for it. So dumb. But he was good at it. Like I said, horseshoes, nuts you throw over buildings, watermelons you throw over onto buildings, pumpkins you throw on top of buildings. His card game hustles, I don't know. He would do things left-handed. That's how you know someone's like kind of good, is when they can do things both-handed. I try to use my left hand for like other stuff. I'm pretty like bad at it, but I'll put more effort into using my left side, because when you use your left side, the other side of your brain opens up or whatever. So they say. They say just start by putting on your pant leg on first. That's the first way. You're like, whoa, left. And then they say once you start doing that and get used to that every day, you should put your belt on, loop it around the opposite direction. And if you do that every morning, it'll like that'll open your brain a little bit. That's what I've heard, at least. I don't know if there's truth to it. Got to get us to a live music at some point again. I mean, I take us to Fox Point Fridays, but like I got to go somewhere else to like a bigger venue with some live music. Maybe one of those events like they usually have like I like going to the beach events that they throw with live music. What's going on here? More road crews. Cutting all the grass. Doing a good job. That's pretty gnarly having to do that on the side of the road. Ooh, blown out tires. I heard a tire blowout yesterday. It was so loud it happened on the opposite side of the road right next to me, and I thought it was me because it was so loud. I was like, what's going on here? Two miles we got to turn. I don't like wearing sunglasses because I feel like I already have bad eyes and they kind of inhibit my vision. But every now and then, it's okay. We gotta make a turn in half a mile here, or go onto a different road, or by the Mohegan Reservation, wherever that is. We gotta make a loop here. Exit 37. Okay, so we're doing it right here. All right, about 8 miles, we got to make another turn. I think we're about 44 miles out. I think that's what it said in my earlier. I mean, he would do horse bet racing too. He would just get odds and like have inside information. Oh, so what I was saying about the dude Titanic Thompson, he got into horse betting, and then he witnessed like a fix on a race, and whoever paid to have it fixed, like they paid all the jockeys, right? So when they did that, the horse was about to that was supposed to win was about to win, and it like snapped its leg before the finish line, and all the other jockeys pulled on their reins and stopped because no one wanted to like screw over the guy, whoever the powerful guy was that paid for that. So they all pulled on their reins, and like everyone could tell that it was a fix. But it didn't matter because one of the jockeys fell off, and that horse, whatever horse, kept on running past the finish line, and some other horse won. But so it made the bet, whoever had that bet, lose, and they probably bet a lot of money. But that just goes to show you, people are, oh man. Or I think he did that. He bet that on himself, and he bet the last amount of money that he had. And if you know anything about hustlers and gamblers, is they always go broke. Like you know how to go broke. You know what I'm saying? They always hit zero. But they say that only madmen and drunks bet high on the horses. You're supposed to bet low on those, I guess. I don't know anything about it. I don't really bet anything but poker. I played pool for it, but like I would have to be matched up properly, and I probably wouldn't risk my own money without a backer. I've always had a backer. That's like protection for me. And then they know my skill level. I've made backers a bunch of money. Yeah, before poker, there was Faro, our biggest game besides poker back in the day. 18 or 1900, early 1900s. I think it was 1800s. I guess they say every real gambler dies broke. I don't want to be a gambler. He knew like oil tycoons as well. Got an ambulance pulling up here. I don't think it has audio on, but it definitely has its lights on. We got to make a turn in 2 miles. What? Hold on, sorry. So yeah, he was like super into golf later in his life. Maybe I should get into golf. So he like went around the country looking for youngsters that worked at golf courses and trying to find partners that would like travel the country, and he'd stake both of them as partners and make money with them. And they found some like 12-year-old named Byron or something. and he rose. There was like caddies were a real big thing back then. I think they still are. Oh, I got to go right here. So he rose through the caddy rankings. This young kid, he rose through the caddy rankings. He would just sleep at the country club. He would sleep in the sand pits so he could be like the first one up. Hold on, I gotta make this turn, guys. And then another kid worked there. Where are we going, left or right? Excuse me. I made a wrong turn here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. He's like, he heard about these two young kids that are caddies, and he's trying to catch a good road player before they get known. Back then, you weren't. If you're an unknown, people will bet you, and you can always have the edge. So he drove down there, and he heard about two of them. There's two young ones, and one of them, when he was 9, his dad, like, he lived in Dallas Fort Worth because his dad had manic depression, and would there was a hospital there that could like treat it. Anyway, something bad happened, I forget what it was, and the dad came home, and in front of the wife, in front of his 9-year-old boy, shot himself in the heart. And like 6 years later, that kid was walking down the road, and he was walking to that golf course over there, and he had got so good at golf that he got accepted into the caddies tournament, and he ended up winning it and getting it. The caddy gets like a scholarship or something cool. Anyway, the guy we played against, this taller dude who was like a caddy as well, they knew each other. He got to the finals and didn't make it, and they told him to like go find work somewhere else. And Titanic Thompson finally drove into town, and he was all, you know, disheveled and like bummed that he didn't win. And he found the kid over in like some dirt field shooting ball after ball after ball right after he had lost. And so he decided to take that guy on the road. I think that's what happened. Just like a lot of history there, you know. He's like, kid, I like your swing. Let's get on the road. And he was I think the kid started going, he got into the pros. And Titanic wouldn't even have to play anymore. He could just bet on his player. And he could train him everything that he knew. And of course, you got to train him without training him. Not let him know you're teaching. So they start mimicking your style rather than like trying to calculate and perform your exact style. And then he started lining up money matches so they could play as partners. And they're unknowns. So you can get lots of bets that way. I've seen 2 cemeteries today in 2 different cities. Pretty as a red heifer in a flower bed. Some other random dude is like, his main thing was throwing cards across hotel lobbies all the way across, jumping and touching ceilings with his toes. What a skill. And like, if you're a hustler, you know how to play left-handed anything. Golf, pool, dice, whatever it is. If you know someone who plays with both hands, you best believe they know some sort of hustle. Providence, 34 miles out. So that means we're way closer than 34 miles to the airport, I think. Maybe they're the same distance, but in different directions. Don't matter. Like back in the day, they would fish and like pull oranges from trees to save on money. It was a different time back then. And then after traveling with that kid for a long time, he became a pro. I'm talking years. He was 22 at the time. Like, I'm talking like 7 years later, they pitted that same kid who beat him in the championships again. 7 years later, they got to play again because the resort they were at, where they stayed for a long time, found out about it, and they backed the other guy $2,000 against Titanic. Where are we? We're in some sort of town here. Voluntown. Big Z's Liquor. Sorry about that, guys. My phone overheated, but we got the air on. Now we do. It's probably gonna sound kind of bad, but we got to keep the air on at this point, aimed at the phone. Whoopsies. It's 28 miles out, 34 minutes, so that's what we're looking at. So, oh wow, it's gonna be a beautiful view right here. I hope you guys get a little bit of a peek of the water. So that Titanic guy, he's done, I mean, early in his career, he did this cool thing where he stayed at a golf resort for like, I don't know, a month or two. And he would just bet all day and practice all day. And it was just gambling everywhere. This is back in the day in the 20s or the 10s. This is traveled the country of America doing it. And he was saying the whole time, I'm gonna drive a ball like 500 or 600 yards, which back in that time couldn't be done. It actually couldn't be done because of their equipment. They had like wooden clubs back then. It was really lower level, but high level too at the same time. So he kept on saying that bet while making other bets and winning for like a month and a half. And then finally one day he got all the bets in and he's like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, guys, from this hole. And he kept on saying he was gonna do it from this hole. And then at the last second, he put down the ball, he was about to drive it, and he turned around to the lake that's behind it. It had frozen over, and he hit the ball over, I think it was over 500 or 600 yards, which had never been done before, but it had spun on the ice. You know what I'm saying? And no one thought it could be done, but he had tricked them, and they all paid up. And then another one, like when he was way older, when he was with that young kid that he was teaching, on the last green, he set up like a $25,000 match, and on the last 3 greens, when he needed it, they had been using these like weird cups for the goal where you land the ball in, and they had learned to use like a car magnet or a car battery and magnetize it. And then he got like golf balls and put the metal piece inside of it, and they would get sucked into no matter where he was putting or chipping from, they would get sucked into that. So he was like gaining strokes every time, and no one could ever figure it out. You know what's funny is I have it everywhere I go, not here, but my other car, my busted up one. We got to get those freaking brakes fixed. Anyway, in the back of that car, I have a wobbly cue ball, and every time I'd have brought it on the table, I barely ever bring it out because it's like a crazy thing to bring out. It wobbles around, and it's so funny, and the people always think that it's the pool table. I gotta do that and get it on film, you guys. That's the next thing I'll do when I get to San Diego, is I'll bring the wobbly ball, and I'll let you guys know. I have a wobbly cue ball and a wobbly 8-ball. I'll put them both on the table. It'll be so funny. It's so funny watching the people's faces when they're seeing it. They can't believe it, but they believe it. It's so funny. We're gonna turn in about 5 miles. We're about half hour out, about 23 miles. I got 9-ball on the snap last night instead of 8-ball. 9-ball, 1 pocket, straight pool, 8-ball. 9 on the break, game's over. It's a win. Pocket billiards, you guys.
real gambler plays 8-ball. Straight pool, you want your name in the paper. One pocket is a really hard game. I don't play it, but there's people that specialize. I do play it. Like, it's hard to play it though. No one will play it because a game could, the longest game was 120 hours. One game of pool with 15 balls on the table. We're making a left here, just a little over 20 minutes out. Let's not run that. Pizza sub salads. Okay. Gotta make a turn in about 5 miles. Oh, by the way, I think we already crossed into Rhode Island. I believe we have. So, yay! 32 states unlocked. Whee! That guy just flashed his lights as if there was a cop up here. You guys see that? There must be something up ahead here. Nice out here. There's like hiking trails right here. There's trailheads and parking. Keeping my eyes peeled here, you guys. There's something hidden in these hills. Yep, cop right there. He was hiding. That was sick, dude. Shout out that guy who was like flashing his brights. I don't even think you guys could see him on stream. He was in the shadows and just really hidden. I don't think he was radaring people though. Maybe. If he was, he was radaring people going the opposite direction. Just about 15 minutes out, guys. Go straight to the parking garage, give you a quick view, and then set up the next stream. It'll take me a few minutes to get it set up. Oh no, I can leave you guys up there to hang out and look at the view for a few minutes while I get set up. We just don't want our phone to overheat again. That was the first time I think that my backup phone overheated. It is in the sun when it's on the mount that it's on, but all I did was turn my AC on and pointed at it, and that thing's cooled down in like a minute. Okay, we're making a turn in a mile. We're close. Dude, I got this trick shot book in my backpack. I was practicing some last night. I just couldn't do it because it was like they were all new shots, but there's about like a chapter that I really want to practice because they're all setup shots, but the balls go in every pocket. It's super sick. I'm excited to show you guys, but I kind of got to practice first. I'll practice in front of you guys. I don't care. All right, the next turn we make, we're going to be right near an airport, so now's the time to stay tuned or go grab your food and your snack and your drink. We still got about 10 to 12 minutes until we're there. portfolio. I need to get food, I think. I can get after. I might have snacks in. I think I have like 1 or 2 snacks in here. Get food after. The guy's got to eat. I see an airplane. You guys might see it overhead. You won't see it for another few seconds. Here we go. Look to the upper left-hand side of the screen, guys. You see it? It should be there in the cloud. Going towards the right side of the screen now, towards the foliage. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, we're just about 6 miles out from our destination. exit 29.7. We got this. Rhode Island TF Green International Airport. Let's get in there. Ooh, Rhode Island TF. Look at that. All right. I think we're here. I hear something. Is there an airplane? Where is it? Airport time. Oh no, I did go the wrong way. Yikes. Oh, airports. Oh, you silly airports. I just gotta follow the signs. Oh, we did go make the right move. Okay, let's rates. Oh my gosh. Maximum of $40 today. These places, man.
To expedite exit, pay with your phone by scanning the QR code on posted signs before you leave. To expedite exit.
Okay, so I should be in and out of here by in the next 2 to 3 hours. Hopefully it's just 1 hour. I mean, hopefully the stream does well, but it's not worth it to, well, it might be worth it. I don't know, you guys. Where am I going here? Okay, ticket, click it or ticket. If I do under 3 hours, it's only $20, 21 bucks, so stay tuned. We usually lose service inside of garages. Still stay tuned, because once we get to the top, we'll have service again. I think we got multiple levels to go up. Oh, wrong way. Oh, bro.
this guy doing? Like a circular, wait. Get up to the next level. Oh my goodness. I gotta figure out what we're doing here. There we go. Stay with me. We're doing it. There we go. Bumpy in this airport. Rhode Island. Uh-oh. Oil maintenance required. All right. Wait a minute. I'm not trying to leave. This is a confusing garage to get up to the top of. I think we still have 4 more stories to go. How to get up higher? I think I see it. Dude, this is nuts. Okay, well, looks like we got to find a Walmart locally, and then they'll be like, I can't take your cap off. And I'll be like, all right, Toyota, let's try this again. Garage B? No, thank you. We're not trying to go to Garage B. We want to go to level 7. Working Garage A. So I think I'm realizing how to do this. Is this how we do it? I think so. Okay, I think I've figured out this labyrinth that we're in. Okay, see if we can find a local Walmart, get an oil change maybe today. That would be nice. Go get synthetic. I feel good after that. I wasn't planning on it, but like, yeah, it's about time. What does it say on my oil change thing? 142. Yep, it's just at that spot. That's crazy. Well, like science, computers. We just hit, I think we get 5,000 or 6,000 miles out of each oil change, or each synthetic oil change. So we'll take care of that today or tomorrow. Get the synthetic one, and yeah, you get 5,000 or 6,000 miles versus I think 3. Okay, we're getting towards the top, where it starts getting empty and beautiful. This is what I'm used to looking at, guys. This emptiness up here, just like inside of here. And I was pointing to my heart. All right, here we go. You guys ready for the view? Here we are. To the top of the parking structure at a Rhode Island. Whoa, no one's up here. Oh, well, there's a little bit up here. ATC tower, where are you at? Where's the runway? It's gotta be... Oh! Okay. Whoa! All right, I believe we're gonna be on this side over here. We'll know in just a moment. I'll put you guys outside while I get the stream set up. 88 degrees out here, guys. We'll park right about here. Give you guys a little view. Ooh! Oh, you guys are gonna love this. I already love it. This might be a good one, a sleeper. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to go over here. Let me get a stand to put you guys on. Such a mess in here. I wanted to clean this out. I think the stand should be in here. Yeah, we got one. There it is. Looks like we're gonna go into this corner over here. Here's the top level, here's this building. I'm assuming the corner. Yeah, it's gonna be the best viewing location. We got ourselves a lovely airport here, you guys. Let's get, what do we say we get that camera running? Hold on, guys. Hey, what up? This is gonna be a nice view. I gotta get the camera going. I'll post you guys up in just a second. All right, give you a view over here. I gotta go over to the car and grab stuff. I'll give you the view of this. I'll be right back. I gotta get everything set up. All right, just setting up. You know how we're doing. We're gonna get at least an hour in here. Hey everyone, shout out moderators and members. Thank you guys for helping out so much. Appreciate you guys. I forget to say thank you a lot of the time. I'm thankful, I can tell you that. Get ATC going in a couple of minutes here. gonna go live soon. Oh, what? We got thunderstorms? I don't think ATC is allowed here. Hold on. I might not get ATC here, guys. Dang it. Yeah, I don't think we get, it says error, sorry, PVD is not currently covered by live ATC. Dang it. Well, if it's gonna rain the next hour, we better get started soon. Can anyone find heavies in the next, oh, hey, we got an arrival, check it. It's like something's pushing back here. Sorry, guys. What's up, Scully? Hi to anyone I didn't see. Tina's in the house. Everyone say what up to Tina. She was super nice to us, and I had one of the best quesadillas of the entire trip, maybe one of the only ones when I was out there. Shout out Tina. Oh, I'll be back. I plan to take my son there on a little trip through a couple of states, through the Ozarks afterwards. I love the Ozarks after leaving Arkansas. I love Little Rock too. Look at this camera. Can you, sir? You're in my shot. All right, I'm about to go live on the other channel. I'm just setting it up right now, so stay tuned. Okay, we're starting our server. We'll be going in just a second here. Just hang tight, guys. About to go live. Big shout out to Scully out there. Happy birthday, dude. He's 29 today. Is Gloria's birthday today as well? Well, she's got to show up for the happy birthday, but we'll pin your comment, Scully, in the next stream as well. We're about to go offline here, but we're going to go right back online. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, double tap that screen. You know how to do it. I want to get this pushback, but I'm running late. What is this place called? TF Green? I feel like I'm a... Server URL, let's get that. I almost got that stream set up, you guys. No ATC today, sorry about that. There will be no ATC on this stream, so don't expect big views, but expect a fun little stream here. Okay, we are saved. We're about to start that next stream, you guys. Make sure you're tuning in. All right, guys. If you want high quality, go jump over to my other channel. I gotta end this. I gotta end it. I gotta end it because I gotta start the other one. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.